Good morning, everyone. Okay, so let's see. We have the Eight of Swords. Sorry for the glare. I didn't want to turn on the light because it's nice. The High Priestess. The High Priest. We have another 8 in the first row, the Eight of Pentacles. I don't usually necessarily do these by rows, but just what's coming to mind right off is this is my card about denial. We haven't been facing something. We haven't been dealing with something. We just kind of want it to go away. Or we've just been telling ourselves that everything's fine, or, it's, we've been deluding ourselves. We've been in denial about something. This card's interesting because in this deck, it's like she wants to cut free, but she hasn't quite yet. So I feel like with the High Priest showing up, which is the Hierophant, that for me, this card is all about where you find your spiritual inspiration. I mean, traditionally it's about tradition, but for me, it's really a card about where you find your spirituality and the lessons you learn that help you grow as a person. So I feel like someone, some situation, someone, and it's usually honestly unexpected. I mean, sure, you can listen to there's tons of amazing spiritual teachers out there, but it could be like the person next to you in the grocery store, your child. Be on the lookout for just little things that someone says that kind of trigger something in you, to finally cut that cord and let go of this. This is your own mind keeping you trapped somewhere. And if you can do that, I really like this. You have the Eight of Pentacles. So this card is all about being present, kind of like the Wheel of Fortune in a way. They kind of share a similar message. This is to do something and find something that when you're doing it, you're absolutely present in what you're doing. Your mind isn't racing. You're not, worrying about the 10 other things you have to do or what someone said to you, excuse me, on the bus this morning, or what your boss, piled more work on top of you and things like that. You're just completely engrossed, and it can be anything. Some people will find that when they go running or when they're in the garden, or, it can be anything when they're knitting, I don't know. So use that tool, or it could be meditation, to ground yourself and to help. When I feel like when you're doing this activity that brings this mindfulness, that thing that person said, you're going to have that moment where you're going to cut that cord and realize you need to move to take action and break free of your self-imposed restrictions. And these are self-imposed. No matter how much you try to make it seem like you're trapped, you're not. You are not. Look, and then we have some love coming through here. Let's look at all of these. Temperance. Back to the wheel. Balance. Oh, and the Knight. So once we can break free of these self-imposed restrictions that are all in our heads, and we're kind of, this theme has come up recently too. We're sort of minding our own business here. We're not like, I want to meet someone, I want to this, we're sort of living our lives authentically, doing what we love, and just being in the moment. And somehow when we do that, it magically opens up room for other like-minded people are somehow, I swear, drawn to us. It's very attractive when you're kind of engrossed in doing your thing that is your creative outlet and your um, way of staying present and connected and yeah, just being in the moment and kind of minding your own business and focused on what your interests are and what brings you happiness. It makes you attractive to other people. Temperance is all about balance. It's very, again, similar to the wheel. We're getting this message over and over, which the cards are doing just to bug me because I always like, oh, of course, temperance. I know. Be balanced, be balanced. But it's so true because when I am being balanced and, getting a good night's sleep, mornings like this, I had a great night's sleep. I'm up early and I'm just so happy and peaceful being able to have this quiet time and do my readings and spend some me time and some meditation time. And it just, yeah, it just starts the day out on such a positive note. And when you start the day out positive, your whole day is going to be more positive. If you start the day out grumpy and late and tired, and then you most likely that's going to follow you throughout the day. And we have the Knight of Cups. Someone's coming to offer you something. Someone wants a piece of that, a piece of that balance, that calmness, that acceptance that you will walk around with once you sort of become your authentic self and get rid of all the reasons why you can't. Well, I can't because I have to have my job. My job, I have the benefits, I bring in the income. I can't possibly, become a yoga teacher or teach art because I need my 9 to 5 job that I don't really like anyway. What are the things we tell her? I have to stay in this relationship. I can't make it on my own. I can't take dance lessons. People will laugh at me. What are the negative things you tell yourself? We all do it. I can't start our YouTube channel and do tarot readings. It's ridiculous. But I'm having a blast doing it. So you know what? You got to go for it. And you're going to open yourself up to, some like-minded people that are going to support you. And I'm going to see what the next card is because I want to see what he's all about. But sorry. Knights are about change and change in the suit that they're in, which is cups, which is emotion. So by breaking free, you're going to bring in more, a change in your emotional status for the better. 2 of Pentacles. You're going to have this tug between your spiritual side and feeding your soul and reality. That's what's going on here with this 8 of Swords versus the versus the 8 of Pentacles. It's like the 8 of Swords is your mind saying, what you have to do. And the 8 of Pentacles is like what your soul wants you to do. And it's a tug of war. And it's a struggle. And maybe you have to juggle a lot trying to, I didn't just quit my job and start this YouTube channel. I'm still working and I'm still going to school and I still, so it's a lot going on. But who knows? Maybe I'll be able to slowly transition and maybe not. I don't know if I'll be able to quit my job and not have to work as much or be able to, who knows? But you have to sort of start somewhere. You have to start this endeavor, and it may make things a little busy for a while. The 4 of Pentacles. Sorry, the glare. and the Ten of Wands. It's interesting. I think we're gonna we we cut the cord. We're gonna sort of have this moment where we're going to sort of cut the cord and let go of those negative thoughts that are holding us back. And we're really gonna feel good about things, but then life's gonna get kind of busy. We're gonna be worried about our finances or that we have too much going on. We're just going to be feeling overwhelmed. So I feel like what this card is saying is that I think in order to add something to our lives, we need to cut some things out, or we're going to feel we're overburdened. And in order to bring in this balance that we're seeking, we have to let some things go. And our brain may not want us to do that. Well, you've worked so hard to get here. Well, is it making you happy? Is it fulfilling you? Like I said, my friend's dad was just killed instantly in a car accident this week. Done, gone. That's it. That's it. So, we never know how long we have. And you may have to make some big changes. You may be like, you know what, I have a master's degree, a PhD, and I'm doing this, but it's not making me happy. And maybe I have the car and the house and everything, but maybe we need to downsize and move and pursue what is going to feed my soul, because I can't imagine, then again, if you're happy, your whole life is going to be happy. So if you're just unhappy at the moment, it's probably affecting every part of your life, including your relationships. I think this spread is pretty big. It's really challenging us to cut out the things that are unnecessary and that are not feeding our soul. And I'm just very focused on this Eight of Swords, because even though it's almost the only negative, we only have a couple sort of challenging cards. This can block everything. Our denial, our own minds, our own mental blocks. They're the cause of most of our problems, is ourselves, basically. I know it is for me. That's why I can talk about this so easily, because I know firsthand. The cards have really been challenging us the last couple of weeks to really examine things, examine our lives and where we're going. And I did a reading for someone yesterday, and the Chariot came up, and I feel like there's a Chariot energy here. And the Chariot teaches us that, we can either go along for the ride in life, or we can take the reins and steer our own course. And so I think the question we need to ask ourselves is, are we just tied to what life is sort of throwing at us and reacting to it? Or are we going to cut the cord and move forward with purpose for what we want to attract into our lives and what's feeding our soul? It is centered around temperance. It is centered around balance. And the High Priestess. I keep saying the High Priest because they have, instead of the Hierophant, they have the other High Priest. We're looking for guidance. And remember, it can come in unusual places. But we have some nice cups energy here. We have support, and we're struggling to kind of find our boundaries. This is, how much of one thing, not enough of the other. How are we going to sort of juggle these things to make them a reality? It's tough. It's a super busy world we live in. Thank you so much. Bye.